Okay, so hey guys, very good afternoon to all of you. Hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I'm officially saying like I'm doing fantastic, but not going. Things are not going well. Still, I feel like most important, biggest. Okay, so leave it. I think I'll start again. I'll divert into another topic. So okay, so today's topic is: should AI be regulated by government or not? Okay. So for this, I'm just checking like whether I read the title perfectly or not. So we are going to discuss it. So first we'll discuss like what are the pros and if government will regulate it, and what are the cons, and then we'll discuss like different features about it. And before we jumping into that, so thanks for clicking. If you are watching till here, that means you are interested in spoken English, and even I'm interested, and that's why I started it. And the main purpose of the video making is to boost confidence. But problem only is like when I'm going outside, I become like that, and that's why what I'm trying to overcome. But still, it's very difficult for me. Let me know it in the comment section if you have any recommendation for me. Okay, so let's jump into the topic. I think today's video is gonna very sadu. So okay, should artificial intelligence or AI be regulated by government or not? So I think regulation will. Okay, so first let's discuss about regulation. Regulation means you can think of like making a law. For example, government made the regulation that you have to wear the helmet when you are driving, or even when like you have to you have to tie your seat belt when you are driving a car. So these are the regulations are basically government enforcing some laws so that you have to practice it mandatory. Okay, so that's what regulation means. And if you talk about AI regulation, what they will do, that means you have to use these tools, you can use these tools, and if you are going to teach to students, you have to use these tools. So those kinds of there are, maybe if you are in office, you have to use these tools instead of manual work. Like it's not enforcement, but it's like mandatory. Now you have your, for example, there are so many rules and regulations that are enforced by government. It could be like related to attendance system and all, so the government wants to track. So in the same way, maybe government will come up with so I'm just telling you what will be if what will happen if AI will be mandated or regulated to the across the country. So there will be some there are some benefits of AI, and I'll now let's discuss about the pros and cons of AI. So first thing, if like suppose if in for example, if you are learning, or you are maybe you are a kid, or you whatever you are at whatever stage. So you know what, there are so many repetitive things that we can reduce it. For example, you have to draw something, or for example you need to write something that otherwise you have to do it manually, but now you can take the help of chat gpt or any other tool, and you can complete the same task within the time, or in the within less time. Okay, so there are so many benefits of it, and this is only one thing. I mean, whatever the things, maybe you wanted to start development of something, so now you can, with the help of AI, it's pretty easy. You have to tell the requirement, and it will create a code, and it will tell you like how to run it, how to do it. So things are very easy. Earlier it wasn't possible. So if we talk about education system, definitely it will help the students. And not only education system, it could be like let's take some different scenario. You are let's say, like you are a very enthusiast person having passion to do farming. Okay, now you are advanced person, and you decided like, okay, I'll do farming, but I don't want to go with traditional approach. So what you will do, you will use sensors and all other automated technologies so that you can uh, irrigate, or maybe you can irrigate the crops within the time. You can check whether what is the soil moisture level, whether the crops is growing in the right way, or it's a wrong way. Is there any pesticide needed or something? You can track everything. Now you wanted to, instead of like a manual building the dashboard, hiring developers and all, you decided you will do it yourself. And also you integrated with AI, so it's telling you like prediction, maybe what kind of seeds that will be like very beneficial in future, or maybe what kind of crops that you grow, so that you can generate more revenue. So there are so many plenty of benefits if you use start using AI. Okay, companies are already using. I'm just telling you, like, if government will regulate it, or maybe. So now this is one pros. What about consequences, or maybe what about cons? If we talk about cons, so let's take example of cons. First thing, who will take care of data? Suppose you are using third party model. Maybe let's take example of ChatGPT. Who will regulate the data? Government. What if government fails to regulate and someone is stolen the data? So there are so many challenges. These are the data point of view. From the data points of view, what about the laziness, or people will stop using, or maybe their brain decay will start? Because if you know, like, if you introduce the AI tools to kids, so what they will think, okay, they will start using them and they will be addicted to them, and they will start, like, they won't use their brain. And I heard somewhere, like, people were used to say, like, once calculator will come, people will forget the mathematics, and also you maybe you can counter the question, you can ask counter question. Okay, it won't be the case, but still, if you know, it's very powerful tool, and you can say it's very powerful technology that if you will give it to kids, they might start misusing it. And there are so many plenty of things that you can, there are good things you can, like, for example, an editor earlier used to generate thumbnail. For example, let's take my video thumbnail only. I don't know how to draw. If I have to draw, if I have to design thumbnail, definitely I'll design something that won't be good, and I'll use Canva or maybe other Photoshop tool or whatever, but it won't be that good, or maybe I have to learn a lot of things. But now you have to just give your photo and prompt, and this is this, and it will automatically generate. If you don't like, if you have some requirement, you can specify that, and that we call as a prompt, giving input, that we call prompt. So that's why you can see, like, there are so many benefits. This is, I'm telling you one. What about audio generation? For earlier you used to, for example, someone, your loved ones, you lost your loved ones, and now you wanted to generate you have some sample audios, so you can generate their audios, right? So it's a good, in the good way. Or maybe, I have seen somewhere, like, where the peoples were used to, what they were doing, maybe their parents passed away, and now they are marrying, or the person is getting married, and now they want to, you know what, maybe, if you know, like Jaimala, or what is it, stage photo and all, so they can generate it with AI help. So there are good things. And now let's discuss about the bad things. I don't know my voice, why it's little awkward. I feel like it's like not coming properly. Okay, so other things, if you'll say, it could be like, for example, deepfake. If you know, there are so many things, like, you can, for example, if person is not involved in something, and you can create images that are very true, looking like very true, so looking similar to the what person is. And it is very difficult for people to differentiate between the images. Actually, I'm laughing because there's some background noise coming, and it's of my neighbors, so I don't know why they are shouting. Okay, so it's one more thing, one more benefit, you can say, not benefit, but it's cons of it. So yeah, other than that, like, if we talk about who will take care of it, like, what about kids, and whether they will involve, like, and more important thing, what will be the result of it? People will start, let's take about the sector. What about the jobs, like, if AI will take care of everything, like, for example, if we talk about the engineering field, people say, like, after a while, AI will start taking care of 80% tasks will be done by AI. So what about 80%? So there are 100 people, and only 80% people will be jobless, right? So there are so many challenges. Like, if you are making something, uh, regulation as a regulatory, then people will start using it, and because of that, there will be so many consequences also. And also, I just like, few weeks back or month back, I watched a video where there was some, like, there was a stitching factory, you can say, where they were stitching the garments. Okay, and now what they were doing, like, they kept a camera in front of every employee, and when they were stitching, it was noticing or they were recording the video. And in upcoming time, I got to know like they will train it. They will use this data to train. Why my voice is like not good, man? I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, so what they were saying, what they were saying, how what they were saying. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with it. Like I feel like it's voice is coming like I'm crying. I don't know. It's happening from tomorrow onwards. Not tomorrow onwards. Sorry, my bad. Yesterday onwards. I'm noticing it. Like when I'm talking, maybe something is issue, or maybe I'm just hearing wrong word. Sorry, man. So really sorry. I don't know what's wrong. Let me know if you have any idea. Maybe I drink the cold water or what. Let me drink water first thing. Mm, I know no one is gonna watch till here, so that's why I'm doing whatever is coming into my mind. Okay, maybe I'm speaking little faster, and I forget it, man. Always I forget it. So okay, let's focus. So I was telling you about a video where I was seeing like some peoples are some companies are using this, you can say, cameras to train the model, to collect the data from employees how they are stitching and all, and then they will use this data for the training purpose, and then after that they will assign or they will give the work to AI robots. And now you know what, the people can't deny this, that like they won't wear the camera, and reason for that is they are employee. If they will do, they will replace with another employee. But people were saying like okay, they know like they are unaware like why they are wearing, and what kind of harm it will do, uh, will be related to their jobs. Okay, so there are so many things, like you can say there are some good things, like definitely you can reduce the time. Also there are so many plenty of things that were difficult before AI. Now it's very easy. For example, I can ask AI, okay, tell me the different ideas to earn money, and it will tell you. And literally if you'll work on them, then you will start earning good amount of money. And maybe you can say like okay, I'm not unaware of this kind how to do it, and it will tell you. So there are pros and cons, but I still feel like regulation won't help us. But government should first come up with some sort of data security and all, like how you are going to secure the data so that it won't be exposed by hackers or somewhere. And you can't rely on other countries companies, or maybe external, even you can't rely on private companies. It should be government data, and government should take care of it. Then only things will be good. And there should be some sort of rules, definitely, regarding the AI uses. Otherwise people will start misusing you. Still they are misusing, but they will start misusing at every level. So that's why it's very important, and data security is very important. And what else we can see? So regulation, transparency, who will take care of it? Transparency is very important, like whether whatever the information that is being processed by model, how it is, how much transparent it is to user, like how you are collecting the data, how what are exactly you are doing with the data, whether you are selling it to someone. For example, let's take example of chat gpt or something. If you'll ask my chat gpt, like the tool that I'm using logged in, it I shared everything to to it, and maybe if you'll ask it to generate it, it will generate a report of me. So that's where you can say like okay, they are knowing more than the information that you told to anyone else. Okay, so if your data get exposed, definitely you will what you will do. It's like suppose I was like I watched a not watched, I saw a post, LinkedIn post, where people were saying like okay, AI started threatening. So I said, what if they will say, okay, if you won't do this, then I'll expose your data to internet. So that's why these are just hypothetical situation, because there are some guardrails that helps us. Like you can't ask it to some silly question, silly in the sense like something that is criminal offensive and that is not following the rules and regulation. it won't respond to those kind of questions. So yeah, but still I feel like there should be some sort of constraints if government is gonna mandate it. So there should be some sort of constraints, like what exactly will be allowed to people and what will not be allowed to people. And also there should be some sort of why I'm using some sort of, there should be some mandatory steps, for example how it will be like used by kids. Maybe they will, only teachers will teach them, and after that they won't be allowed to use those tools. Maybe just it will be like proof of concept, or not proof of concept, but just either for demo purposes. If you know, like in the chemistry lab, what they do most of the times, they will teach you like, okay, this chemical works like this, but they won't give you to experiment a lot of experiment, or maybe how to use this. They will give you some predefined test, and you have to perform them. So that's what I in my personal opinion, definitely government should introduce the AI to the students, kids, everyone, like, because it's non-negotiable thing right now. Everything, like, you have to learn, or otherwise other people will grow, and you will be at the same location, and you will start it later. So mandatory is not the right thing, like regulation won't be the good thing, but there should be some sort of proper ways, like. And other things, what are the privacy, ethical concerns? Yeah, definitely those are also very important, like like what, how people are using it for ethical purpose, or they are using it for some purpose that are not related to them ethically, that are not ethically right. Okay, so I think I have covered most of the things. And who will be okay, accountability, it's very important, like who will be responsible for if something went wrong. You can't say like users will be responsible if something went wrong, because if government should hold the data, they have to take care of everything if they are going to regulate it, right? It's very but if you are using outside of, still I feel like, okay, if we are using third party tool, maybe Claude, Gemini, Chat GPT, or whatever, we are not sure like where they are storing the data, or we know like maybe they are, government had said like, okay, will store, but still they are holding the data, and you don't know what's going to happen. So there are so many things, like it could be dangerous if you want to use it right. And I'll tell you now, I'll tell you a funny story. So a few years back, just imagine, I'm talking to AI, and what it does, uh, it is very smart, and yeah, it's already smart. I was asking like, what happens if suppose after a while they will start planning, like AI tools will start planning, okay, now we have to take over to human. And for that they are discussing something that is d- d- like the discussion is happening between AI agents or tools. And now they decided, okay, we have to counter human, and we want our own world. So what they will do, let's take example of it. And okay, what is I okay, so you will like it would be something like, okay, you start, what you will do, okay, you will do one thing, like you will start, AI tools will start, okay, let's make a plan, and now without knowing to human, we'll do this and this. And what they will do, simply they will start annoying, or they will start weirdly they will start responding weirdly to humans. And after a while you will see, okay, there are so many things like they can do. It's still we say guardrails, but what if they have this, they decided like, okay, we'll do something, and after that we'll delete all the data of humans, and we start taking will take control over the world, and whatever the robots are there, we'll just malfunction them, and so that they will work accordingly to us, or our army will be there. So imagine the drastic disastrous thing that can do AI. But it's not easy, because companies are already taking care of that, like, okay, these are the limits of AI, but it's limitless, you can say. There are still its advancements are going on. So that's, I think, pretty much I covered everything that is needed for it. But I don't know why my voice is not good, coming out good. It's like I'm just crying. Okay, so I think that's pretty much for the day. And bye bye, and keep practicing, and thank you so much.